The following portion of Mass Appeal is sponsored by Fogarty's Home Services.
If you just spent the winter freezing cold in your own home and not looking forward to sweating all summer, then you're probably considering adding or upgrading the insulation in your house. But before you do it, there are a few things you need to know to make sure it's done right. Brendan Fogarty, owner of Fogarty's Home Services, is here to talk about insulation and air sealing. Good morning, my friend. Good to see you.
Good morning.
I'm sure there are many of our viewers out there froze in their own homes this winter and again are not looking forward to the summer. But it comes down to something simple as insulation, right?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, insulating your home is like a standard operating procedure, but there's so much has to go beyond that, you know. I mean, we talk about, you know, why do we insulate our homes? Well, to protect the money that we pay to heat and cool it, right? So, but in order to do that, to do it effectively, is you have to remove the insulation that's currently there. So most of the houses that we work on are older energy retrofit houses that were built in the 50s and the 60s, some older.
Right.
But what happens is over time, over years, every time somebody's cold in their house, right, they just put on another layer of insulation, and they just
or another sweatshirt.
Or another sweatshirt, exactly. So, but what we have to understand is what we do as a company is that we have to be able to go into a house and remove all of the existing insulation all the way down so I can see all the penetrations.
Okay.
Ductwork, right? So when you have ductwork, older ductwork in the home, not everyone has a brand new HVAC system. Air conditioning in the attic. If I'm asking for my bedroom to be 70 degrees and my ductwork is on the other side of the attic, by the time it gets all the way to this location that you want it for, it's gone. I mean, but in order to understand it, you've got to get rid of all of the old insulation so I can see all the plumbing penetrations, all the wire penetrations, all the HVAC penetrations, bathroom vents, all those types of things. You know?
And once you do that and you expose the plumbing and electrical access points, that's where cold air or hot air is going to either come in or escape, right? So you need to, that's where air sealing comes into play.
And that's exactly what it is. When we talk about the last couple of segments, we talked about the air sealing, right? So if I don't stop the air that we generate convectively moving through the house, I'm not going to be able to go through the, you know, just insulate. It's just going to filter right through. So I've got to air seal it first to stop the convective loop, then to build up the insulation, which is protecting the conduction, right, of the heat transferring through a solid surface. Summertime's coming, right? The heat is cooking our shingles.
Exactly.
And it's cooking our attics, and it's cooking our ductwork, and it's cooking everything. And it's just, you know, it's conducting so much heat to our bedrooms. There's so many opportunities where we see, you know, some of the tools that we use, borescopes and thermal imaging cameras, and just to be able to identify all the areas. And those are the biggest challenges that we face on a daily basis. But if we don't remove the insulation, right, it's
Your
like
energy bills keep going up.
Right. Our division of Dr. Energy we say without air sealing, it's malpractice, right? You have to make sure that you air seal first. And I know everyone says, "Oh yeah, I know," but it's challenging. It's hard to do.
So don't just head to your attic and buy rolls of that pink stuff and just throw it down. You kind of got to go back to step one.
Yeah, you have to understand why it's happening. Okay. So our company will come in and evaluate it based on the evaluation. We'll give you solutions to be able to identify those problems and come up with a plan of attack. Right? And it's not about just blanketing or band-aiding and really, you want to do it one time.
Right.
And that's it.
And you probably say this to your customers all the time. It might be, a little bit more upfront, but you're going to save that money month after month with your heating bill and your air conditioning bill for years. I
mean, there's calculations from the Department of Energy guidelines, and saving by air sealing and insulation, there's a percentage that you can, I mean, the modest number is 30%, but, so that's the attic. The next time that I come, we're going to talk about the basement insulation, basement and crawl space insulation, because that's where our homes operate. We love beautiful kitchens, beautiful bathrooms, and beautiful tile floors and gorgeous this, and that's good. That's wonderful. I have the same thing at my house, but if I don't take care of the initial problems, it's not going to solve us any. It's not going to save us any money.
How do people get in touch with you if they have some concerns about their insulation in their home?
Well, you can go to our website, Fogarty'sHomeservices.com. You can get our contact information there. You can book an appointment with our appointment center staff. We can have a home comfort science specialist come out and evaluate your home. It's very simple. We've been doing it for a long period of time. We're going to continue doing it for a long period of time. And in order to help you best, we have to know what's going on.
Fantastic, Brendan. Always great conversations. I can't wait to talk to you about basement insulation and air sealing.
Yes.
That's next.
Oh yeah, Joy.
Good seeing you.
Thanks.
The preceding portion of Mass Appeal was sponsored by Fogarty's Home Services. For more information, visit fogartyshomeservices.com.